Good morning, guys. Hold on a second here. Let me just go all the way to the top of the chat rather. Hey, Adam. Hey, Alexis. Vishnu. Joey. Let's see. Oh, hey, Merrick. Hey, Ido. Good morning. Hey, Chef. Hey, Chris. How you guys doing? Do we have, is it Hydradaz MC? I think that's the name. I'm not sure if they're in the chat, but your Dream Hangar has been chosen for this week's episode. So we're going to be taking a look at this hangar here. Let's see what they say. Been a viewer from about 2020, never got featured in Dream Hangars. Let's see. Also almost in Champion as 100% free-to-play player. And it looks like they're working towards this hangar. So they've won the Vector, which they could have won from, could have been a giveaway, but most likely just really lucky. Let's see, we've got a Teth, Orochi, Shenlou, Hastatus, and the Aether. Okay, so for the ones who are not familiar with Dream Hangars and you know what this whole live stream is about, basically viewers, or I should say players, submit their Dream Hangars. Okay, so it could be something you're building towards. In this case, it is. Or it could be a theme. It could also be a theme. Or maybe you have something in mind that you're thinking of working towards, but you don't have maybe the bots and stuff. What you do is you submit it, just as Hydra has done here. And so 5 different robots, a Titan. I notice we don't have a mothership here, so I'll just, I don't know, throw like an Avalon or something in there. Or Frederick. And then what I do is I rebuild it, so everything is going to be maxed out. And what we do is we run the Dream Hangar and we see how it performs in Champion League. Now, the purpose of doing this is to see what builds actually work. You know, even though I know you might say, well, Adrian, the Vector is maxed out. Obviously, it's going to do well. It may not do that well because, you know, we are running Sonics on here, so we don't know how it's going to perform. There's another case where sometimes, actually this happens very often, not sometimes. Oftentimes, players have too much range in their hangar, so I start looking at the composition of their hangar to see how it would work in Champion League. So I start assessing all these things. This way I can offer like guidance for certain builds and stuff, so that you don't waste your time and resources building something that may not even work, even when it's fully maxed out. So that's the whole purpose of the series. And also, if you get chosen, you do get a prize. So we currently do have a torch giveaway running. So Hydra will be getting that as a prize. And it is guaranteed, so I do lock in that prize. Hold on, let's just see who else is in the chat. Sergey, Joker, good morning. The Boomerang, Jason, the Frita, I think that's how you pronounce your name. Had a bit of Afrikaans come out there. Good morning. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the Vector here. We do have Havoc and Scatter. Okay, so I'll show you what I have on here. Advanced Repair, Repair Amplifier, Last Stand. Did they say the drone? I don't think they said the drone, right? Yeah, I'm just going to... Okay, so I'll run the tensor on here, but we can change that up. We can run like Armadillo or whatever just to kind of see how this performs. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should do that now because that will be more towards the end when I try to optimize things. So yeah, let's try the Armadillo on here because they may not have a tensor drone. Okay, so we've got this pilot. Those are the pilot skills I have. Again, I may change this. Evan Ash. Actually, quite a few players have asked me about this build, whether it would work. I'll give you my thoughts on it before we run into some games, and we'll see if that actually happens. As far as, well, what I'm expecting. We also have the Teth here with, looks like E-locks, mace, and hammer. Do we want to go with the jump, guys? I don't know. Maybe let's we'll go with advanced repair. I think jump works maybe better when your Teth is leveled up a bit more. So I have to kind of assume that it won't be leveled up. So we'll just go with advanced repair. We'll see how things work out. I was saying the jump because the jump's actually a lot of fun, but if your Teth is not leveled up, it may not survive very long. Hey, Goose. Wait, is that the real Goose? I'm looking at your name. Did you change it? Okay, so we've got the Orochi with the Pilum weapons. Launch repair, overdrive, robot accelerator. We've got... Yeah, this one I was kind of debating whether I should go like Kestrel or Seeker. But then, you know, we have so much stealth and stuff in the game. I'm like, okay, let's just go... We'll go with Seeker. We'll see how it does. And then we can throw the Kestrel later on. I just have to remember. And then we're going to be focusing on this build. Okay, because a lot of players actually ask me about the Shenlou. You know, how is this bot? We are going to be trying it out with... So these are the meta weapons right now. Leodari and Croco. They do a lot of damage, but will this work on the Shenlou? That's another story. And I thought just to kind of spice things up, what we can do is, and I'll do this like the second half of the stream. What I can do is I can substitute the Shenlou for the Scorpion. And I'll explain the reason why with the Scorpion. So what I'm finding right now in the game, like we have a lot of tanks, you know, like you have Vector, you have, you know, Amit, for example. The problem with the Shenlou is when you attack, when you teleport to someone, you can't like blink back. So you would have to find like another enemy target to teleport away from your threat. And usually by then you're going to get smoked. So that's why I think in the current meta, actually the Scorpion might be stronger. But we can put that to the test. Okay, we'll run it the second half of the live stream. So the stream is going to be about, I want to say an hour and a half, but usually it's like closer to 2 hours because I'm like when I'm analyzing things. So we have the Hastatus here with the Incinerate and Scald. I don't think I've ever run this build. Like I've run the Scald and the Scorcher. I've actually run that on the Vector, which we might even try. That might be a good substitute actually. Been a while since you've seen one of these streams. You know, I also think, and this is like a YouTube thing, sometimes the notifications don't get sent out. I think Joey was in the chat, so we were talking about like Nick Nimmin. I always used to get his notifications for like when he would do his live streams and like videos and stuff. And then I realized actually recently, I was like, wait, I haven't actually received any notifications from the guy from like the past couple years. So, and it's, I didn't unsubscribe or anything. It's just, that's YouTube. I don't know what they're doing on their end. It's kind of like busted. That's why sometimes I see, like I see viewers like I used to see before. They're dropping by. They're like, oh, they watched my video. They thought I wasn't uploading. I'm like, what? EMP a lot. If I run whiteout, but I don't know if that's gonna save me. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna save me. So, what mothership should I use, guys? Should we go with like Avalon or should we go with like Frederick? I'm picking those two because they're the more popular ones that I think a lot of free-to-play players have. You know, usually they're rotating between like Frederick, Avalon, and I think Keel is another one. The Annexer build, which one is better between the two? So the Leodari one I would say is definitely the deadliest. Just because the damage that it inflicts happens so fast. We could use Stealther too. I mean, a lot of players in Champion League do use Stealther, but I don't think many free-to-play players have that mothership. I think they're more likely to have like Avalon or something, or Frederick. Someone's saying keep mute. It's funny how I'm using mute, yet the Avalon and the Frederick actually came after, including the Stealther. I'm like going back in time to counter what's currently in the meta. Okay, so we'll go with the Frederick. We'll go with the Frederick. We'll see how we do with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple of comments here, just in terms of, if I can click on that. Oh man, I'm gonna get a lot of losses. 76% is really high. Get ready for squads. I'm gonna be probably running into squads. This game knows like when you win too much, it like punishes you for winning. Then it's to go put me up against like full squad. Just watch. So what I usually do when I look at a hangar, it's not just about the robot, like one robot and then the next robot. What I do is I look at it collectively to see how well that player is prepared for what they're most likely going to face. This is where I can kind of spot, okay, maybe they're running too much range, or, you know, their bots are too fragile in terms of the kinds of bots that they have. Like, for example, maybe they have Orochi with like, I don't know, Harpy, Siren, you know, Fian. So that's where I kind of correct things. So what we have here in terms of range, I would say this is range, this is kind of range, but this is more fragile. And we have somewhat 2 tanks here. So I think overall it's not too bad. The Aether can work. Aether's actually pretty tanky. I think a lot of players underestimate the Aether. I didn't think it would do well until the one Dream Hangar a couple of months back. I ran it, I was like, man, this thing was taking some crazy punishment. And somehow it survives. So we'll see how it does in the current meta. I think overall it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It would be nice to get, like if I had another, for example, if they won like an Amit, the first thing I would do is probably remove the Orochi. This way you can get some more tanks into your hangar. But overall, not too bad. Okay, so we're going to run a couple of games now. And then midway through the live stream, I will kind of make some adjustments and see if we can try to optimize this hangar. And I want to test out also the Scorpion too, because I think, you know, if they have a Scorpion and they find that it works better than the Shenlou, at that point, I would rather level up the Scorpion than the Shenlou. At least that's where they save their resources. Okay, so let's just do that. Let's see if we can try to find a game here. By the way, guys, if you haven't yet done so, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Helps the channel out. It is free. Pages. Your Titan is kind of trash. What kind of Titan do you have? Okay, let's see. What the heck was that sound? Guess I'm gonna go with this. Hey guys, you know what I said at the start? You see how when I looked at my my win percentage, I said I was gonna run into squad? Look. How's that for prediction? See, you play the game so much like I do, you even know what the matchmaking is gonna be like. The game's gonna make me lose. We might have a couple of losing games here. You'll just have to bear with me. Ooh, that's not good. I'm waiting for the reload. That's good to know. Ah, come on. You know what? We actually did a decent amount of damage there to that guy. Yo! Okay, so one of the things with this build, it's very hard to hit a moving target. And if you're in a vector, that might be kind of tough. I can't see this guy. He's got his stealther going. Oof. We gotta hit him now. Finally. Wait, what is that? Shoot. I was waiting to hit him. I'm struggling. He's almost dead. We almost got him. Yes. Spawn rate. Oh, what? This build kind of has potential. The only thing is, so you notice how like when I'm firing, I'm running out of ammo very quickly. So these are the things that I'm kind of analyzing when I'm in my fights here. Yo. I can't even drop in with my Titan. I was gonna say I may have to drop in with my Titan, but I can't even drop in with it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Okay, that kind of surprised me. That did decent. Ooh, I had my Frederick ready. This guy's gonna kill me. Can we get the beacon at least? There we go. I locked him. Shoot, they all got stealth there. I'm in trouble. I can't even hit any of them. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna be dead. There's no ways. I can't. So that's the thing. I can't blink back. That's what I was. That's what I was saying. You can't blink back. You can't get out of it. You know what? I'm actually kind of amazed. It's taken them almost 5 minutes to win the game. Isn't this like a full squad or something? Take them that long? Okay, so that we gotta wait. So that's the first squad game. I'm pretty sure that I will run. Hold on, let's just leave this one because otherwise I'm wasting time here when I could be running games. I might run into another squad. This is like, that's why I was looking at my win percentage. I was like, oh man, that's pretty high. I'm going to run into squads. And it happens very often in the mornings too. I run into all the all the Asian squads. They're all running. This is like their peak time. I think Asia and Europe. Is this pre-filmed? No, it is not. It is all live. I don't... well, you'll know if it's pre-filmed. If it's a video, then it probably is. Live streams are all live. Hey, Rust. Jamel, thank you so much for the donation. Looking forward to the tinkering process. That's where things get kind of interesting. It gets fun at that point. Because then you can see, okay, where is the weakness? So that's why I run like these hangars. You know, I'm like analyzing certain things. So do you notice like with the Vector, I know it died very quickly, but did you notice that I was struggling to hit the target with the Sonic? So these are the things that I kind of look for. And, you know, I try to help the player out, you know, picking weapons where they'll, you know, obviously it'll try to solve that problem where they won't have issues. This way they know what to upgrade. I mean, think about it. You know how much you save when you know these things up front? I mean, you could have wasted like 2 billion silver or whatever. Not to mention the gold. Ooh, that guy's gonna attack me. Uh-oh. And I need to reload to shoot. Oh my gosh, we actually killed him with this. What the? Wait a minute. Almost thought that was a hacker. I don't think that's a vector, right? I mean... Wait, what the? Oh, they're in our spawn. Shoot. It's just me. I'm surprised that I've survived this long in this spot. Might be a record. I need to get out of this bot so I can get into more of my tanks. This guy's gonna teleport to me. That's why he's hiding. He's 350 meters at Scorpion range, right? Nope. Nope. Oh, we got him. No ways. Yo, the Frederick's actually pretty good on here. Yo, oh my gosh. How many kills did we get with that? I was kind of surprised. Not bad. Okay. Now the thing is, can we get this to work? Oh boy. This is gonna be kind of rough here. What is this? This is what I'm talking about. So you see, I have to teleport to someone else to escape. we shot him once and then died. So far, I'm thinking that, you know what? If we had a Scorpion, maybe we would have been able to get another attack in. I think we should push. These guys are going to go around the corner. They got some vectors back there. There's two of them too. What I can do is I can try to... If I can teleport to this guy, I might be able to EMP. Oh, come on, no. Come on, reload. Oh my gosh, please. He's like right there. No. Ah, come on. Ugh. Oh man, that guy was so lucky. How? He's going for the gap. Okay, we're gonna get that beacon. Let's see if we can maybe get... We gotta defend this. What is this guy in? Okay, so my shots are delayed. You see that? Because I fired all my shots here. I'm taking on a lot of heat. This guy's gonna... Oh. Ooh. Ooh, that was pretty nasty. I did lock this guy down. Let's see if we can maybe get him. We have gray damage though. That's kinda good. Thing is, my shots are delayed. Yep. Once you fire all your shots, you see, it's gonna kill me. Oh. I'm gonna be toast here. Then again, he's also missing. Oh. Yeah, that Orochi actually did pretty decent. It's like you need Frederick for that though. You know what? If I had Kestrel on there, I would have been able to heal my health back up. Not bad, not bad. Okay, let's run another game here. Let's see. So wait, I haven't really used the Aether. I need to try to get some of that gameplay in. Shenlou is just a disaster right now. Like, we might have good weapons on there, but You teleport to a vector, it's over. Because you have to find somewhere else to teleport. By the time you do that, you're going to be dead. Leo Dari. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, everyone should have gotten a free Newton. I don't know why you didn't get your Titan. Maybe they're new to the game. Because I think you need to be a certain level, right? I think so. The new ones and the old ones. Yeah, we'll have to try to see how we can optimize that vector. You know what? I might try... so, I know we have... I think we have Scald, right? On the Hastatus. I might try that on the vector. Oh boy. This map again. Very loud. I don't like playing on this map because the sound is very loud. Ugh. I can't teleport away. Teleport. Oh my gosh. Oh yes, we got him. Wait, that missed? What the? Ugh. I'm taking too long to teleport. It's taking too long. Okay, well we know where we stand with that. I mean, we gotta kill, right? We gotta kill. We did sort of decent, sort of. Why is this guy taking so long to teleport? Wow, that's some crazy delay there. It's like he was looking to teleport at a tick. Oh, oh. Ah! Lock the other guys down. Nice. Thing is, oh wait, we need to get. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna keep teleporting in center. We might be able to EMP them. There we go. Whew. Oh my. Sword unit. We need something that can break through shields. I'm gonna run this. Yeah, I think we should push the home. We got the center, but I think we should push the home. This guy's gonna... Yep. Ooh, that really didn't do much damage. Ooh, I can't see. Stop them! Yes. Uh-oh. I need to get that beacon. We need to get that beacon now. Oh, we got him. Nice. Ah. They're gonna have their Titans out. Where are their Titans? Oh no. Well, what did I just kill? What was that? I don't know what that guy had. What was that? Was that a Princeps? Well, that couldn't have been a Princeps, right? Uh-oh. I killed a Titan. I have no idea what that Titan, what kind of Titan it was. Ooh. Nice. I wonder if I should put quantum sensor on this thing. Oh no, I got him. There we go. Nice. What's going on? Yeah, I need to put quantum sensor. We got a Loki here. No. Okay, we might need to get some beacons. We keep losing our right beacon. No. He's trying to focus me down. This thing's really tanky. Man, no, the Loki. He's gonna make me put quantum sensor on this thing. Yes. Guys, we need beacons fast. Ugh. Yo, I'm trying to get this beacon for my team. My team needs to get in there. They have to use their Titans. I can push the right, but I think I'm gonna get killed here. Maybe we can try to put some beacon pressure on. If I can get this beacon, we can put some beacon pressure on them. But I'm not sure if it's gonna. Oops, I shouldn't have used my heal there. That was a waste. Come on, come on, come on. Turn. Oh, I gotta get this beacon quick. Hurry. This is a beacon game now. They're still running beacons on us. No. There's a reflector shield. We can go for center next. Nice. I mean, we're doing okay with this build. Yeah, we're gonna lose. We lost all our beacons. Ah. No. Oh. Hey, Dot. Hey, Yusuf. The Amid is dying faster because players know how to counter it. They didn't really change anything. It's just that players are they know how to counter it. They're using things like Shield Breaker. That's what I do, and I also use Mute on them so they can't use the ability. This is why I always tell players, because you know, like when a new bot comes out, players are like, nerf it to the ground. But they're saying it because they don't have it. The thing is, you don't want to do that because you need to give players time to learn the new bot and how to counter it. Once they learn it, the ones that have like the new bot, in this case, you're talking about the Amit, they are going to say that it got silently nerfed, but not really. It's just the players have figured it out. They know how to counter it. So it seems weaker when really nothing happened. My team bought it out. Hey, Artemis. Yeah, so I think we're gonna try to optimize this. This Shenlou. Okay, so you know what? I think I'm gonna change the weapons on there. What we'll do is now we need what I could do is I could actually try whiteout on here too. I think some players said that whiteout even works on here. Let's see. Okay, so now I know that there's other weapons like these flamethrowers, but I have to kind of factor in that there's a chance that the player that is building this hangar, they may not have those weapons. So I'm gonna try. Let's see. Let's try these weapons here. Let's see if this is better than the. Mind you, the Havoc, I was doing sort of decent towards the end there. Yeah, nerf it to the ground. That's what the players want. And then, you know, the funny thing is, and then they get the bot and then they want it buffed. Because they realize they need that in order to counter, you know, the next meta or whatever. So now they stuck with the nerfed bot. But the thing is, they asked for it. Although I know, I don't think Pixonic goes by that. Okay, so, let me try something here. I'm gonna use a jump on here. Just wondering about these weapons. So I know for a fact that in the events, more players are getting like the Elox and the Merix weapons. So maybe what I should do is let's run that on here. And I know that because on my baby account, I'm getting quite a few of the components for it. I even actually have quite a few Elox and Merix. So that's why. Let's try something here. You still don't have a single Elox, but you must have just come back though, because weren't you the one that was saying that you don't have a Titan when they gave us a Newton from the current event? For Merix. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the next event, it's going to drop even more. So you're going to have a lot of those weapons. That's why I'm trying to factor that in too, in terms of what players might have. Let's see. I need to change anything here. Let's see how this does with the Kestrel. If I find that I'm dying a lot faster, then we will go back to the Seeker on it. This one, I'm going to do Gladius and Pilum because, again, these weapons, more and more players will be getting it. And I think I have a few on my baby account as well. So I'm kind of using that as reference of what players are more likely to get. Both this event, you know, if they happen to pick it up in like the next event. We could also, I was actually going to use bendy bullets. That might be another option too, but we'll go with this. This way at least you can take advantage of this pilot. Let's see. I think someone was saying to use the... Let's try the Leodari on here. Yeah, you have Princeps. Wait, you said... Wasn't it you that said you didn't have a Titan? It was someone else. Princeps is like one of the top Titans right now. That one and Ultimate Nodens. Ultimate Minos. I wouldn't really say Newton. It's even though I know I use I use Newton. Okay, so we're gonna run let's see this one. So one of the things that you have to kind of be careful of too, so you notice how like I have Leodari and Kroko on the Teth, but I also have Leodari on the Orochi. One of the things you have to be careful of is upgrading the same type of weapon on multiple bots, because let's just say they nerf Leodari, it's going to affect this build and that build. and then you'll have to revert back to like the pilum or whatever. So one thing that I always do, like on my baby account when I'm leveling things up, what I will do is, like, for example, this Teth, I would actually level up all the blast shotguns. So hammer, mace, and cudgel, I would do that first to a level which, you know, I'm kind of happy with. You know, on that account, it's MK1 level 9 because I'm running MK1 level 6 bots. But whatever your level is, you level it up to that. And then when you do get like the Croco and the Leodari weapons, then you level it up afterwards. This way, if they change, you know, or they balance, change the balance or nerf these weapons, you have a setup to fall back on, if that makes sense. Okay, so you always want to do that, not the other way around, because if you do the other way around, then you don't have anything to fall back on, and it's gonna affect your hanger. Okay, so let's see how this performs. The Scorpion Bull, oh boy, here we go with the I was actually going to go down to go to the top, but I noticed we don't have anyone. Oh, wait, he's going to get that beacon. I'm just going to go straight for this. These guys are not... Ugh. It's funny, I'm actually doing a lot of damage to this guy. I mean, you gotta think there's two of them. But wait, what's happening at our home here? I locked him. Whew, this guy's shield. Game's over. The troll bots. Hey man, I was doing decent damage to them. It's funny because they couldn't kill me. The ultimate Nodens is nasty. Yeah, but it's also very easy to kill. It's just that players don't know how to kill it. So what I do is with like the Newton, actually it doesn't even have to be Newton, it could even be this Aether. What I do is if I have mute, so I hit it with the mute, it locks them down. So if they don't have their mothership charge ready to cleanse the EMP, I hit them with the mute. What it does is lock them, locks them in place. They can't use their heal and they can't suppress. At that point, they're just a bag of silver. So if you're in a Newton, I've killed so many of them that way. But even like Princeps, you can do it. Man, I'm just running into these squads. My win percentage is too high, that's why. Works with versus other, yeah. I just wanted to see how it would do. I think the better option would be to run Merrics and Elox. But the thing is, I don't want to tell this person to level. I mean, trying to think. So we have it already. We have those weapons, or some of those weapons, on the Shenlou. Right, so if we do that, that's going to be 2 bots then with the same weapons. And then we also have the Leodari on the Teth, and, you know, so I'm trying to diversify the weapons a bit. Oh boy. I'm going to try to see if I can delay things a bit. My team can get to my team, if they were able to get to the other beacons. I mean, that's 4 reds right there. Nope. Shoot, guys, you gave up those beacons. So I have the whiteout on you, that might help. But the thing is, my Vector is going to be weaker too, because I don't have like defense on this thing. There we go, it is kind of helping. Shoot, he's also got the EMP. Guys, I need some help here. Ugh. Too many of them. Yo. Ah, shoot, I missed my timing. I can't get them. So here's the thing. So this is why I say to players, make sure you have brawlers, because right now I'm going to drop in with the Hastatus, right? And after this, the Shenlou is not a brawler. So what do you do when they're in your spawn like that, where you can't do anything? You just have to lose the bot. But if you have brawlers, it kind of helps. Oh, I shoot him. Actually, we can shoot him now. I got stuck. Ah. There we go. Oof, this thing is flying. Here come their Titans. As the game's over. You could try Atomizers. The only thing, so Atomizers, if you look at the way that it fires, it kind of sprays, right? So you have bullet spread. Now, if you put that on a robot which moves very fast and you're firing while you're moving fast like that, you're actually increasing the bullet spread even more. So you may run into more issues that way. I mean, we could try it, but just something to think about, because, you know, whether it be this build or another build that you might be thinking of, like in the future, these are the things that you should be thinking. And, you know, if you know the kind of mechanics and you think about it that way, it can also save you resources, right? Because you might have an idea, but then when you think about it that way, you're like, okay, maybe it may not work. Better to go with something a little bit safer. Hey, Robert. Good morning. Hey, Daniel. If I said hi to you. Got wait, we got 2 Rusties. Is that the same, or is that your son? Hey, Gato. I guess I'll start with this first. Wait, is this a squad again? Okay, I was gonna say. We may have to... Oh boy. Got him. Oh, I'm dead. That thing is so squishy. What's going on here? Guess the game's over, almost. Oh! That Teth build's actually a lot of fun to play. The jumping. You know what? I wonder how jumping Shenlou would do. I haven't tried that. Uh-oh. This is definitely a lot better. I prefer this build. Oh, come on, no. I was hoping I could teleport before I blinked back. Yes, we got him, we got him. Oh, that was lucky. That was super lucky. This guy. Oh! Hi. Yeah, let's drop in with the ether. You still don't... Yeah, I have to learn that too. The thing is, I don't always use the vector. I need to use it more. Have to wait for my waiting for my ability, my flight here. Get him! Oh. You don't think you'll ever find a Shenlou cute? Oh, oh my. Wait, what the? This guy's got tonans, I think. Oh no. He's trying to push me off this one. I gotta keep using my ability, otherwise it's gonna... If I can turn this beacon... I'm trying to put... keep triggering his shield. Yes, we got him. Nice. Oh, it's only that guy. No, wait, they dropped another. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah. I think we got this. Yeah, there's no ways. We got 4 beacons on them. The timing is hard. You have to look at that like cloud. You know, when you look at so after the vector does the swipe thing, there's like a cloud thing in front of it. You have to use that for your timing. Well, at least that's what I think, because that's what I find works for me. But my timing is off, yeah. Better to use the acid. Yes, but as I was saying before, so I know how to optimize these builds, trust me. The thing that I'm doing though is that I have to keep in mind. So if you look at this comment, this player is a free-to-play player, so I have to kind of keep them in mind, right? So let's assume that they don't have the Elox and the Merrics, or even if they did, the other problem that we're going to have is that we're going to have 2 builds with the same weapons. So we've got the Vector then and the Shenlou with the same weapons, and we've got the Leo, well, we've got the Teth with the Orochi with the same weapons. So if that family of weapons gets nerfed and these get nerfed, that's 4 of your bots nerfed in one shot. So that's why I'm trying to diversify away from it, just in the event that that happens, you know. So I want to see like what else can work on here. We could try the Corkers. Someone mentioned the Corkers. Before the slash, I don't know. I have to look at the timing, but no, you actually so you need I think from what it seems, you have to look at the cloud. Again, I could be wrong with the timing here. So what I do is I look at the cloud. It almost like kind of grabs them, and then you like flick. But yeah, I need to practice that. It's just that like when I'm usually playing, I don't usually resort to the Vector. It's only like much later. What am I looking for here? Oh, I got distracted. Yeah, let's see what else we can use on this thing. I mean, that wasn't bad. Maybe let's try the Hawkeye. That's where I can break through shields. Shredder and Blaze. I was actually going to try Shredder on here. So the thinking is, because the shots at you when you're firing with Leodari and stuff, it's more further out, so maybe Shredders might be better. The Elox and Merrics, it happens to be a lot stronger when you're right next to someone. So like in this case. I don't know about this build. You know what? I think, hold on, let's just go back to the prelim. Or actually, you know what we could use on here? Because more players are going to be getting like Basilius. We don't have these weapons either. out of looks. Yeah, I know it doesn't. We're not going for well, you know what? I do like going for the looks, but this is more just for testing. Yeah, fling the bubble. Well, is it a bubble or sphere thing? You have to wait. It looks like it grabs the player. That's what I find, but I have to practice it because, like I said, I don't. Usually, when I'm recording my videos, like I will have a vector in, but not like a lot of my games. I don't resort to that. I mean, look at how long sometimes I survive in the Teth. So it goes. So if I'm doing like a video on like a Titan, most times it will be like Teth. I won't drop in with a vector because the vector I know I will stay alive for too long. That's why I drop in with other bots, if that makes sense. Oh boy, they're all over there already. Didn't mean to uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh! Okay, now we have to drop in with... Wait, what the... There's a guy in our spawn. I want to see how long it takes for me to kill this guy with these. Not too bad. I'm just looking to see how long with the bullet spread. Are we up against a squad here, Ink? Oh, we are. That's why. Shoot. I'm trying to get my timing right. Actually, this thing is kind of surviving here. Like, I was expecting worse. When you get closer, use the absorber delay. Oh! We need to get this beacon. Ah! I'm having a lot of trouble with seeing stealth. I may have to change the track. Yeah, see, I can't see any stealth. That's gonna be a problem. So like this guy in front of me. Actually. But if I could see stealth, I might have been able to kill him though. I think I'm gonna change that track and just see if that works. Wait, that didn't lock him down? Oh, come on, for real. Surprised people still use Curie. Well, maybe they just don't have the newer bots. I think a lot of players also, you know, when they start, it's like whatever bots they can get their hands on. I mean, we did 6 mil. That's not too bad. What we're going to do is we're actually going to change this now because I want to see how the Scorpion does relative to that. So we'll start with this build. We'll do this build first. It's funny, I think like we were doing better with the prelims on here. I want to put the prelims back on there. Maybe we should. Let's do this. Hold on, let's do this. Oh, what happened there? My screen kind of glitched. Let's see that. Oh, you will notice the feet levitate? Okay. I have to practice that. 100 and... Oh yeah, you can't get too close, right? You have to be a little bit further back. Let's see, we don't have the E... Oh, you know what? We can run that on here now. Let's do the E-locks and the Merrics on here. Honestly, the Atomizer and the Quokka wasn't that bad. Maybe if you combine that with like Shred or something to lock them down, might work. And teleport, correct. That's why I prefer this. I think Scorpion is better in the current meta than the Shenlou. That's the exact reason why, what you described. What I want to see is how would this do if I were to use the attack track? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Quantum Sensor. This is going to allow me to see players 500 meters in stealth. Because we're in a very stealth heavy meta right now. I just want to see if that helps. Okay, we're at 1 hour 10. By the way, guys, if you haven't yet done so, make sure to hit that thumbs up. It helps me out with the channel, and yeah, really appreciate it. Thanks in advance as well. You use acid shotguns on your Scorpion. Yes, we're gonna actually try that as well, but I'll have to change my weapons on the Vector then if I do that. They're all moving that way. Why are they all sitting back there? I locked him. Oh my gosh, I killed him. Never mind, lock. Again. I locked him again. It's the same guy, right? Okay, now I'm just playing with my food. Guy's trying to catch me. Ramil, thank you so much for the donation. Gotcha. We're gonna get our beacons back, right? Ah, guys. Hold on your beacons, man. I can't keep running beacons like that. This guy's locking me down. Ah, shoot. Well, no! Ah! These two guys. I need my... Oh, shoot. I need my jump. Jump, 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 jump. No. Oh. That was a crazy run with that. I think I was having a little bit too much fun with it. By the way, that's why I like the jump on there, because you can really trick players. Like, they don't expect it. Wait, what is that? Is that a Titan? What is that? Oh. Yeah, well, I'm not going to be able to deal with this guy. Got him with the orbital strike. Oh, wait, actually, with Frederick. I need that shield breaker. No. Got him. What is that? Oh, come on! No! I needed my shield. I should have waited for shield breaker. Ooh. Where am I? Well, we had a good run with the Teth. You use it for surprise. That was a crazy run with that Teth. Man, so much chaos in their home spawn. Whoa, 11 kills, and most of that was with that Teth build. And all I did was I changed the jump. Well, actually, I changed the weapons too. Which is funny because we had the E-locks, but we actually replaced it with the Shredder. Okay, so if we use... I haven't even used... Okay, so I'll have to use this, and then I'll have to keep the other weapons on the Vector. But I think I may change it at the end, because I don't want to have two bots with the same kind of weapons on here. We also haven't tested the Hastatus. Oh, Toxin, Venom. No, I'm not going to change it to that. Nope. Those weapons don't do enough damage for me. Hit hard counters, it can be a problem because of the EMP. I know when I run the Vector, when that first came out, I noticed I was trying to take note of like what was killing me the most. Oddly enough, it was a Teth. I was like, how come I can't use my ability? And every time, like when that happened, I'd look around. It's like there's almost always it was a Teth nearby. So you want to, if you're in a situation where you're 1 vs 1, like against a Vector, you want to keep teleporting around them so that you have that EMP going. Yep. This guy's got a Hastatus, that might be a bit of a problem. Man, they all have. See if I can lock him. We actually did pretty decent there. It seems also like if you can lock a Vector down, that is also like super annoying. So wait a minute. If I use my ability on here, I can lock players around the corner like the Amit. Oh boy, I locked all of them down. Oh no, they got multiple there. Ooh, I don't know if this is gonna be... He's gonna kill me though. We had a couple shots on him. You know what would be better if I had a whiteout on here, because that way he won't be able to use his ability. I'm still waiting for my ability here. He already swiped. I might be able to get him now. He's almost dead. I'm getting hit by orbital strikes though. Got hit. Let's use this. Ugh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How is it we keep losing our beacons yet? We're gonna need to get some beacons there on the left side or something. Oh my. Oh, that guy, yeah. He took on a lot of damage. I mean, we could push the... Ooh. Come on, he had the guy with the shield there. Shoot. Wait, is he using the choke? Oh, he was. He's gonna use the choke on me now. Yeah. Other team has... They're in our spawn. Oh, I'm dead. The Rex. Yeah, I'm sure the Rex could do a lot of damage. Good. Hi, Samuel. Hey, my team got... Were we down a player? How did we mech out so fast? Other team has like 4-6 players. We were completely mech'd. Can I do Minos? I can't do it for this live stream because I'm covering someone's hangar right now. It's kind of like a personal hangar review in a way. So if you would like me to review the Minos, you would have to... Oh, we were down a player. I was going to say, like, that was kind of weird how we were just getting steamrolled. Yep, we were down a player. It's Atlas. Well, we were down a player, so if they play aggressively, we can't hold them back. Rex is a counter. It's a counter to the Amit for sure. I don't know about the Vector. Okay, hold on. Let's try to find another game here. That Hastatus build's not too bad. Obviously, the Pilum and the Gladius with the Shy, I think, is stronger, but we've got the Pilum already on that Orochi. Welcome back, Ido. Why are there so many members only videos? I'm not sure what you're talking about. So I'm trying to find a game here. Okay, there we go. Let's see. So we need to focus on... I think we've got a pretty good idea, actually. Yeah, we have a pretty good idea. What is that? Moving pretty fast. See if I can attack him from behind. Oh, we got both. Just as I... Wait. I'm not going to be able to get this guy. Ooh, we actually got him pretty good. So the problem with one way to kill this ultimate revenant, because I know a lot of players say, well, you see, you can't kill it, it's pay to win. If you have a mute, you can actually kill that guy, because when you mute him, he can't heal, right? I'm trying to get some rust on him too. Yeah, I don't have any not enough firepower, but I also need the mute on this guy. If I had the mute on him, he wouldn't be able to heal up. Okay, so what we need to do is not focus on the left, focus on the right. Let's see if we can do that. We need to see if we can focus on that, focus on the right side, get those beacons. So when you're dealing with players like that with the Revenant and you can't kill them, don't keep trying to pile up and try to kill them. Go elsewhere on the map, make yourself useful, because trying to fight a battle like that when you know you can't win, pointless. So what you do then instead, if you want to make that player lose, you push those beacons. Where's this guy in? What is that? I gotta get into my Titan anyways. I'm gonna sacrifice this. Good thing I put the quantum on here. Yeah, they trying to run beacons on us now. These guys trying to stream snipe. Why is that guy always looking at me when he drops in? Who's it? Is it the TK guy? Ah. He dropped in with his there's another guy here behind me. We're gonna get that beacon. And now we push here. Nice. You have YouTube Premium. Do you get ads with that? You're supposed to not get ads. I think these guys are... Why did that guy look at me? Like, I'm way behind here. The other targets. Look at that Bjorn. He's like trying to climb the building. Oh, I need to get onto this beacon here. Quick. We need players on this side, and this Bjorn should have stopped on the beacon, not over there. I'm dead. There's no ways. I'm trying to hold it down for as long as I can. Aether is the worst legendary. You don't get ads? Yeah, you're not supposed to get ads. You know what's interesting? So I was reading like on Reddit, some people were saying that they paid for YouTube Premium and they were even seeing ads. I'm like, say what? I thought that's the whole purpose of getting YouTube Premium, so that you didn't have ads. But if they start doing that and you get ads, that is really bad. Because yeah, then they're gonna come up with like another service where you have to pay even more to remove the ads from the ads that appear on YouTube Premium. Serious? I'm not sure about this Titan. So one thing that I would say, like, and it's so hard to say because, you know, even like, so Newton can perform well, but it can only perform with mid-range. Aether is kind of like in that same boat. So if you wanted to make this hangar more tankier, then you would look at something like a Luchador. But I wouldn't level up a Luchador if you've already started on the Aether, because I think this has potential. Also to Hydra as well. So you are going to be winning. You are going to be winning a torch on here. So that, I don't know if that's going to make much of a difference. Let's try it. Let's see what difference it makes. You get more vids. So one of the things that I also do on my channel, so the Patreon members, if you're a Patreon member, I usually release, or I try to release my videos. If I'm doing a video for that week, I try to release it like early, like a couple of hours before, like the night before. And the Patreon members can actually watch, they can watch the video, and I remove the ads. Like I make sure that it's not enabled. I only make it enabled when I release it for everyone else, because obviously I need the revenue for that, or from that, to keep the channel alive. You rarely... Wait, you say rarely get ads. Rarely means that you sometimes get ads. That's not good. It should be, yeah, you don't get any ads. Bisaglia is squishy. Yeah, I don't... Well... Bisaglia can work. But for Bisaglia to work, you really need pretty strong mid-range. You might be able to brawl with it, though. I don't know. You won't survive very long. Depends on what Titans are on the field, too. What is this guy in? What is that? Shoot. I charged him up. Don't even think about it. This guy may kill me though. I don't have any weapons loaded up. Oh. Nice. Gotta lock this guy down. Just be super annoying. Up. This guy was in the other game. Yeah, I think he's stream sniping, right? In that case, let's just keep on hitting him with that. Keeping him in that spawn. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think he is stream sniping because he's just going for me. This guy in front. Yep. Because you'll notice when he drops in. So when he drops in again, you'll see it. What is that? It's not a bad build. It's actually very good. Like, so what I'm finding, like in the games we're playing now, you notice like with the Vector how annoying it is. Oof. What is that? We need to get the beacons. Well, there's one on the right. What is that guy in? This one might be kind of interesting because the thing is you have two sets of weapons which can reload. They don't really have much of a reload, but the other one does. I'm gonna need some help here from these guys. What is that? Yeah, I think they are streaming. So you notice how, like, you see how this Mauler, he's just aiming at me, and then this guy here that's coming for me, these guys are stream sniping. I think I'm playing more than, there's got to be at least 3 stream snipers in this game. Because they could be hitting other players, but they're not. It's like when I go up in flight, they all turn my way. Let's see if we can maybe... We need to get some beacons on this side. Yeah, I think there's at least 3 stream snipers in this game. At least. Yep, see, look at the guy. Again, this guy here, LE something. So you see there's 3 Titans. They're not looking anywhere else, just in that direction. Yep. And then they do the orbital strike the minute I drop in. Yep. That's why, so I can usually tell based on the way that like players behave, like the way they move on the map, but also when I spawn in, I look to see who faces me, so then I can pinpoint who all the stream snipers are. Aether is a free kill? No, it's not. No, I think they're watching the live stream. Because it's not, you will notice if you go back, it's not just when I'm in the Aether, it's when I'm in my other bots too. Like you saw when I was in the Teth, there were multiple players. They would be stopping their fight when they're in mid-fight, and then they look in my direction. Okay, so that's gonna be it, guys, for the hangar here. Let's see. You know what? I don't know if I would go with these weapons on here. I think I would rather run those weapons on the Vector. So what I would do, just to like optimize this a bit here. Oh, nice. Croatia and Pakistan. Wait, what time is it there? It must be quite late, no? Okay, so we're gonna change this. I'm just gonna optimize things based on like the games we played. What actually worked really well. It's oddly enough, I had a Seeker in that one game, but the thing is I don't want to run 3 Seekers on here. Yeah, that's probably not a good idea. So we'll keep that. This can work, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these flames on here. Okay, just because in preparation. So, what is his name? Hydra? Yeah, so if you happen to win like these weapons, you can put it on your Teth. Just to kind of diversify, because I know a lot of players are getting Elox, Merix, Pilim, Gladius. They're probably also getting a lot of components for the Hippo Croco, Leodari. Okay, so those weapons. So I'm just trying to incorporate it in the future. So if you happen to win it from the event, at least you know where to place it on. I'd keep this as is. If you want a tankier Titan, then I would look at something like maybe a Luchador. Yeah, I think I'd probably lean towards that. Maybe an Atlas if you happen to win one, but I think this is where we have settled. We have settled on. Now, if you do find that you are running into things like Ultimate Revenant, you're struggling with Annexes, Princeps, and stuff like that, and you happen to have the Mute Mothership, I would use the Mute. Because I think the Mute would be... This would be a really good counter to a lot of the meta. Okay, it's an older Mothership, but it's very effective right now. But if I wasn't using the Mute, then I would probably use... I would stick with the Frederick. Which would I pick in the current meta? Sword Unit or Hastatus? I would use Hastatus. unless you had the ultimate sword. So if you had the ultimate sword unit, then I would use that, but Hastatus. And also another thing too, so Hydra, if you were, I don't know if you're in the chat, I don't think you are, but if you are here, if you happen to win an Amit, what I would do is I would replace the Orochi, okay, for the Amit. This will give you 3 like tanks, and then you can use, I think this build is stronger, but you'll have to use Shield Breaker for this. And if you're going to go the flame routes, then run these weapons on the Scorpion and run the flames on the Teth. I think that's what I would do. Daniel, thank you so much for the donation. Dream Hangars, keep cooking, Adrian. Thank you so much. If you run into any ultimate stuff, the best counter is Rex. I'm trying to think like what ultimate. I mean, Rex is pretty good. It depends. I mean, I've killed a lot of stuff even with the Teth. It depends on what you're running into. Can only members sub it? No, anyone. You know, obviously it would be nice if you subscribe to the channel. You know, and you leave a like, but yeah, it could be anyone. It's not only members. Actually, the one that I chose today is not. They're not a member, I don't believe. Yeah, I don't think this one's a member. Speaking of which, I don't even think they're here. But I'm still doing the Dream Hangar because I know that there's going to be players out there asking very similar questions. Or maybe, you know, you guys have similar bots and setups and you want to know where, like, what should you do, right? And the whole purpose of this Dream Hangars is to help you guys out. Because once you know what kind of works and what doesn't work, then, I mean, for example, in this case, maybe you didn't really like how the Orochi performed when it was maxed out. Maybe you have an Imugi. Now, in that case, I would rather run the Imugi over this. But the thing is, you would know. You know, you would stop upgrading this because you know that it's not going to do that well. And then you can use all of those resources into, like, put it into, like, your Teth or something. Like, wouldn't that make more sense? It'll save you more time and probably more resources in the end, because you would have otherwise leveled this up and then find that, well, actually, it's not that great. So you just wasted a couple billion silver right there. And upgrade tokens and stuff too. Don't forget that. You tried... I think I tried that too. Yeah, I think I tried that too. I was trying all kinds of things on here. I think I even tried cryo rockets, but that's not the same as like the Rex. What else did I try? I think I tried dampen tamer. Yeah, I didn't like that one. Honestly, the atomizer Corker wasn't that bad. I mean, some of the, like, I would rather run that than the Havoc and the Scatter, in my opinion. What is my thoughts on the Hastatus right now? Well, you see a lot of them out there. My thoughts is that this is just my opinion, but I think at this point, I don't think I would level the Hastatus up. Because, so the thing is, if you look at today's live stream, did you notice how many Hastatus we saw in the games we played? There's quite a few, right? So that tells me that the numbers are getting up there. And the way that Pixonic, you know, when they rebalance things, aka nerf, they look to see how many players, I think, are using a bot or like a weapon. The reason why those players are using it is because it's strong, right? And if it's strong, it's not balanced. So therefore, there's a chance that this thing is going to get nerfed. If I, you know, just based on the games we played today. So that's just me. But if I had a choice between this and sword unit, I would definitely level this up. Just because I can, well, I can shoot through the sword unit's shield, Amit as well. So that's why I would do that. But if you don't, so here's the thing. If you don't want to level this up, you know, an even better option, don't be surprised by this, but a Pathfinder. So like if I had to make this hangar a lot stronger myself, let's just say I won the Amit, I would replace the Orochi with the Amit. I would run the Pathfinder, even if it's with Hazard, for example, I would run that over this build. And then instead of the Scorpion, I would look at something like maybe Imugi with these weapons. So then I think that that would be a lot stronger, that composition, than what we see here. In my opinion, it would be a lot stronger. The first game with the Hastatus was... Well, the thing is, like, some games, like, when I'm playing, I'm trying to get a beacon, and then, like, the other team drops in with 2 or 3 Hastatus, and I'm, like, thinking, gosh, so now I have to trigger their shields because I can't get... I mean, it's a good beacon defend in that case. But the thing is, a lot of players are running. They're not running just one, they're running multiples, and when you start seeing that many, that's when you know the nerf is going to probably hit that bot. But I could just tell, even from today's live stream. I've been seeing the numbers climb. You can see it in the games. Hi, Liu. Which weapon on the Annexer do I like the most? Probably the Basilius. Those weapons. But it depends. You know, I have run the other build. I don't know if I have it. Yeah, I have it on this one. Yeah, so I run this, but the other very strong build for this is to run the Croco, and this one's actually more lethal. I would say this one's more lethal, only because when you get hit by these weapons, it happens so fast. You don't really get a chance to react. But the other one gives more range, so it really depends on how you want to play it. But this, yeah, this is deadly, very deadly. Would be out to what? Lost? With the giraffe? I don't... So you know the new bot that we were going to get in the next update? I can't see that being meta. I don't think that's going to be meta, surely. But then again, we don't know. Like, I don't know what they made, like... They might tweak some stats before it gets to the live server. But, you know, just looking at it... So, when you look at what makes a meta bot that a lot of the top players will run, first of all, it has to have speed. Like, it has to be pretty fast for the most part. Guess what? The Vector has the speed. It has to have a lot of firepower. Guess what? Vector has the firepower. And the other thing is, it's got to be hard to kill. So whether it has like resistance, reflector shield, a lot of health, if you have all 3, the probabilities of that bot becoming meta is extremely high. Now, if you look at what we have here, so this is meta. Guess what? This was meta when it came out, right? Speed, it has a teleport. It was really hard to kill and has a firepower. Now, you go through your hangar and you look to see what else. Rex has speed, has firepower, hard to kill. You start to see it like a trend. Amit. So Amit is kind of slow, but if you have the jump, it can actually get, you know, places pretty quickly. Hard to kill, has firepower. And you start going through, so for example, was the Nether a meta bot? No. So it has speed, it doesn't have that much firepower, and it's weak. So this is not going to make it. The Blitz, when the Blitz was at its peak, had the firepower, had speed, hard to kill. So that's how you can tell. Pathfinder is kind of, you have the firepower, it can get really fast once you charged up, right? And it can be hard to kill. So that's why the Pathfinder is kind of up there. The Archo, another one. When that came out, it has the speed, has the firepower, hard to kill. So you start to see like a pattern develop. And if the bot doesn't have at least like 2 of those things, chances are it's not going to do well, at least in Champion League. Now, take the Leech, for example. Okay, so the Leech isn't really that fast unless you use the ability. It has a firepower, but it's very fragile. So that's not going to be... Raptor is another one that was in the meta. Has a firepower, has speed, like the super jump. You can get places. hard to kill because of the reflector shield, right? So you start to see a pattern develop. Like even the ultimate revenant, it's in like it does the same thing. So you start to see that. This is how you can tell whether bot is going to be meta. So the Shoggoth, I don't know, maybe it has the firepower, but I don't think that thing is fast. And I'm pretty sure it's not really that tanky, unless I'm like not seeing things, because when I ran that, I was dying pretty quick. So yeah, that's kind of what I think of their new bots. Maybe they might change things, who knows. How many ultimate, but are you asking me how many do I have? I do have the Scorpion, I just don't use it. Is it still worth upgrading the Devourer? No, you don't want to upgrade the Devourer. I think the Devourer needs actually a pretty big buff. The thing is, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure at some point they're gonna do it, because when you look at how weak it is relative to the other Titans, it's kind of on the weaker side. The thing is, I just don't know when they're gonna do that, but I'm kind of expecting at some point. Now, if you don't go that route, for a free-to-play player, if you want a really tanky Titan, go with something like Luchador. Indra can be pretty good too, but I mean, I know they nerfed the Indra, but the thing is, the Indra probably has the best ability out of all the Titans out there right now, because just the way that it works, oftentimes you can use it to counter meta. So for example, the Princeps, the one game that I had on the baby account, there was a Princeps trying to push me. So he pushed me, but the thing is, I just used my ability of the Indra to cancel out the push. So it becomes super annoying to deal with. But yeah, if you're not going Indra, probably Luchador is going to be where I would kind of lean towards. I mean, Bedby is not too bad either. A map like Canyon Map, it's gonna situation. Yep, I think so too. It's gonna be, well, I shouldn't say it's kind of like the Strix in a way. So like the Strix can do really well on larger maps, but when you have maps with a lot of cover, it can struggle depending on what your build is. So if you're running like a sniper build, then you will struggle with it. Is Luchador better than the Princeps? No. In the current, well, where we are right now, Princeps is like the top. I would say Princeps, and like if you're looking at like the top 3 that you will see most likely in like clan games, Princeps, Ultimate Nodens, and Ultimate Minos, which is a lot deadlier than you might think. Because that Ultimate Minos, if you can get that close to like a Nodens, this thing, when you rush them, if you're close enough, you can actually EMP them, and it's for, what is it, 9 or 10 seconds? And that EMP like feels like it lasts forever. I remember getting hit by that thing, and I'm like, man, I couldn't do anything for like, I think it was like 9-10 seconds. It seems really long, that's all I know. Like I was just standing there, I couldn't do anything. So that would be like a really hard counter to something like Ultimate Revenant, Ultimate Nodens, you know, Vectors if they are within the vicinity. I can really mess them up. Sirius, yeah, no, I wouldn't do Sirius. I would stay away from Sirius and Devourer for now. I would rather level up something like a Newton, but the thing is with the Newton is only good if you have strong mid-range weapons. So whether you're running Veneer, Vincier, the Furnace, the Torch, Arbiter, Equalizer, you know, those weapons, you could get away actually with the Tonans and the Fulgur. The only problem with this is the reload. Look at it, 12-second reload. But the thing is, when this hits, like if you're charged up, you got to be careful. Like it can one-shot. There's been times where I'd be in a Titan and that thing hits me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have no health left. I think actually when I was running those weapons, it was on the Eiffel, I think. What I would do is I would mute the Princeps, and then they just stand there and they can't do anything. And then you go up in the air and you hit them with Tonans and Fulgur. One shot, you kill them. The Bedvere? Yeah, the Bedvere is pretty decent. Like, I would rather run a Bedvere over, say, like Devourer or something. Okay, so I think this is where we have settled in terms of the hangar. Let me just show what we have here. Obviously, if you have this other drone, the Tensor, this would be the better drone to run. But I do have the Hawkeye in case you want like Shield Breaker. Let me just show what we have here. You could also use the Crocker and the Hippo on here, but then if you do that, then you shouldn't use it on the others, because you can already see I have like 2 builds here with it. But yeah, I have this, another option. I think this is the weakest link right now, the Orochi. So if you have like even like a Mugi or Pathfinder, I'd rather actually run that over the Spot. Scorpion's not too bad. It can die quickly, but I would rather run the Scorpion over the Shenlou if I was given a choice. Okay, let me just show that. Okay, so that is kind of where we ended up. Okay, so before I get going, thank you very much to Dark Warrior Lone, Dominic Kind, Dice, Peter, Cold, Alex, Togi, and Ramil for helping moderate today's live stream chat. Much appreciated. If they have YouTube channels, make sure to check them out. Also, thank you very much to Jamel, to Ramil, and to Daniel for your donations earlier. Really do appreciate it. If they have YouTube channels, make sure to check them out. Also, thank you to Hydra Daz MC. I don't know if you were in the chat. Thank you for participating in this week's episode of Dream Hangars. As I said, there is a prize if you get chosen. So you will be getting a torch weapon, because that is what I currently have running in terms of giveaways. So I will lock that prize in. It is a guaranteed prize. And for the ones who are thinking of possibly, participating in Dream Hangars, how do you participate? When the stream is done, make sure you post your Dream Hangar in the comment section. So let me just put up Hydra's comment here so you can see how they've actually done it. So make sure that you mention like 5 different robots. Obviously the build. Mention maybe the drone. If you want me to take a look at. You don't have to go into pilot skills and all of that stuff. It's just a general idea. Also include your Titan, your mothership, and your pilot ID, because if you get chosen, I need to lock in your prize. This way you get the prize and not someone else who tries to steal it. Okay, so make sure that you include your pilot ID when you do submit your Dream Hangar, and that's pretty much all you have to do. Okay, so and if you don't get chosen this the next episode, just keep on posting, because the thing is there's usually not that. This is the crazy part. Usually there's not that many that post these Dream Hangars. So your odds of like winning a prize is actually pretty high. I mean, just think about it. So the furnace giveaway, which I did recently, I think there was like, what was I saying? Like 1,000, I think it was like something like 1,300 entries. Okay, like unique entries, which means no duplicates. So your chances for that, 50, out of the 1,300. Whereas with the Dream Hangars, there was maybe like, I don't know, 10 comments. Your odds are like 1 in 10. You see the difference? That's why I'm like surprised not many participate. And the best part is I get to review your hangar. So if it is something that you're building towards, you'll benefit from that as well. Because you might be leveling up something that actually doesn't really do that well when it's maxed out. So just think about that for a second, right? I'm just trying to help you guys out here. I'm just... So anyways, guys, so that's how you enter. Okay, just to kind of give you an idea of your odds. Can anyone tell? Scorpion performed better than Shenlou. In short, yeah, I would go with Scorpion for now. But if you have Shenlou leveled up, or you have it, don't sell it, because there might be a meta where it will start to make a comeback. It's just for the current meta, I think Scorpion performs better. Okay, so that's going to be it, guys. If this is the first time you happen to drop by my YouTube channel live stream, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Dream Hangars. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Also, if you are purchasing anything through the web shop, I do have a creator code, Adrian Chong, without any spaces, and that goes towards supporting the channel so that I can continue to do more robots content for you guys, like these Dream Hangars live streams, the baby account videos, or the guides, okay, and the giveaways. And I would really appreciate if you use my code, and thanks in advance. And I think that's going to be it, guys. So once again, thank you guys for dropping by. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And until the next live stream, I will catch you guys later. Cheers, guys.